Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. Jesus loves you. So, let's talk about what's going on in the news and how the media manipulates the political minds of the right wing and the left wing. They use both sides to manipulate us, to vote for their heroes, to fall for their mental traps. It's a mind war, right? It's a war for our minds and our spirits. Both sides are implicit. The elites use both sides, right? The Republicans and the Democrats, or however you want to look at it, left and right, to get their agendas done. Okay, right now in the news, you have this horrible story of a white woman, I believe she was Ukrainian, who was stabbed to death on a bus by a black man who was sitting behind her. We don't know why. It just random act of violence. Really horrible, right? We also have Charlie Kirk was just shot. I think he's recovering. He's alive still, and he's in the hospital. He was speaking at an event. He is a right wing podcaster, commentator, and he does this thing called owning the libs, right? He challenges these liberal college students to debate him, right? And he was just shot. So these are the two major stories, okay? Now, this is how they manipulate the left and right mind in this, specifically the right wing mind. Okay, for the first story, black guy, violence on white woman. The right wing is freaking out. Oh my gosh, look at all this black crime on white people. It's not based on statistics. And of course, they'll get their own statistics to get it up in a tizzy, right? It's producing fear of a certain race and group of people for political agenda. There is violence on every side in every race. This is one story, right? When it's a black person who is being harmed or killed or shot unarmed by white policemen, they are silent because it doesn't fit their narrative. And the elites and the powers that be have pigeonholed their mind into thinking these people are the problem, these are the fear, and so we need to make laws against them, right? And all the other statistics, right, of white on black crime with the police or whatever it is, they don't care. This is the problem. We should care about everybody. There's violence on all sides. We should look at what is happening, why, right? Luke, white guy from We Are Change, just posted a meme of that violent situation on the bus, but it was a black woman and a white man behind her, and the black woman's scared, and I guess the white man is just walking by and he's not doing anything to her. What is the point of that meme? I'm not fully sure, but unfortunately, I think I can figure out in his right wing mind what that is about. It's supposedly like white men don't harm black women or something. Like, what kind of nonsense are you driveling about? And everybody in the comments saying the same thing, blah, 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 agreeing with this nonsense, okay? As if that doesn't happen. Yes, crime is on every side. It's not a racial problem, but the extreme right-wingers will literally think that it is a racial problem, okay? People like Charlie Kirk will say things like that crime is a problem in the black community more so than the white community. And I don't know if he'll say it's in their DNA, but, what's the guy, the Groiper? Nick Fuentes will, right? So with the right-wing mind, it depends on how far right you want to go. But if you're in the right-wing mind, you're already dabbling in that. And you can get really dangerous into the racist area. If you believe that certain races are inherently more violent, that is a racist view, whether you want to admit it or not, right? And the more right-wing people do admit it, okay? So Charlie Kirk is out there. He's preaching his hate, and it's crazy because I was just yesterday talking to a Christian friend about Charlie Kirk and how much I don't like him and what he stands for. Personally, I don't really know him, but what he preaches, right? And then this just happened, and I am not condoning violence in any way, shape, or form. It's horrible what happened to him. It should have never happened. That's a crime. It should never happen. No one should ever physically harm somebody, ever. However, hate breeds hate. Anger breeds anger. What is this guy doing? Take some responsibility for once. The right wing and right wing Christians especially do not take responsibility. They're out here doing all kind of hateful, mean things. And when they get pushback, they cry victim. And they use the word persecution. It is wild. If you're out there saying mean, hateful things, I don't care if you're using the Bible, it's still mean and hateful. If you get pushback, that's just natural. That's not persecution. Persecution is you're preaching the gospel. You're not saying anything bad to anybody necessarily, right? You're not harming them. You're not verbally assaulting them or anything like that. You're telling them, hey, Jesus loves you. You know, maybe you're saying you're a sinner, fine. And then you get attacked. You're just being attacked by preaching the gospel, talking about Jesus. Not you're going to hell because of your specific sin and you're this, that, the other thing. That's not Jesus. That's you being self-righteous and judgmental against others. So Charlie Kirk, what happened to him? I'm surprised it didn't happen before that. Again, not justifying it in any way, shape, or form, but do you know what he says out there? Have you heard his talks, right? He goes and he just rails on these liberal people. Now, if liberals are so stupid, liberal college students, by the way, young people, if they're so stupid and not intelligent and deceived and all this stuff, well, then why are you bothering with them? Why are you owning the libs? If it's so easy, go talk to somebody who actually knows something if they don't know anything. No, but you want your clicks, you want your clout, and you want to feel superior. That's what it all boils down to. The right-wingers want to feel superior against the left-wingers, right? The Christians want to feel superior over other people, including other Christians who are stuck in sin or whatever, not living as they should be, although they forget about the log in their eye, right? So, like I said, the more right-wing you go, oh, women shouldn't have the right to vote. Okay, I mean, go around saying that, and what do you think women are going to feel like towards you? It's common sense. Take some responsibility. I've heard Charlie Kirk say things about the kids in Gaza, right? Promoting war, racist things, sexist things, homophobic things. And one act of violence occurs in years, decades, I think, of this guy doing this. And of course, the right wing is going to flip out. See, the liberals are so violent. Oh, as if there's not right wing violence, right? When we had Charlottesville, people carrying tikis saying Jews will not replace us. Silence. They were good people on both sides. Trump just came out and said, pray for Charlie Kirk. He's a really good guy. I don't know if he's a good guy or not, but what he preaches is pretty hateful. Right? If Malcolm X was speaking, the right wing would be like, wow, what a hateful guy, right? The Black Panthers are so hateful. Meanwhile, you look at what they're saying and they're like talking about self-preservation, right? The Black Panther Party was about preserving the community. It was infiltrated by the powers that be, unfortunately. This is the deal. There's violence on both sides, right? And, these street preachers who go out there and preach this stuff, this hateful stuff, and then they get pushback, like that guy, Nicholas Bowling. I hate to name names, but God forgive me if I shouldn't be doing that. I pray before all these videos. He goes out there and goes to gay pride parades, and he just gets in people's faces about their sin, even to the point of judging other Christians who are saved, telling them they're not saved because of what they're doing in their life. Totally misrepresenting the gospel. Doesn't even know the gospel. And they know the gospel better than him. And the other day, he posts a video. Girl flirts with preacher, and he has a picture of this beautiful girl in the thumbnail who's supposedly flirting with him, and then a guy next to her, and it says, boyfriend, ? You're a Christian? Please explain this to me. You're a Christian, the almighty, high and mighty, morally superior, and you're putting out videos like that? Makes absolutely no sense to me. Shouldn't you not tempt your viewers and put that stuff in front of their eyes? If that actually did happen to you, do you think it's smart to post that? Right? You'll sit here all day and say, well, we shouldn't do this and that, and you shouldn't be in the gay lifestyle, and the LGBTQ is so bad, and you can't be Christian and gay, and yet you're going to put that in front of me, adultery, in front of my eyes, in the thumbnail? Do you really think that's wise to baby Christians? You don't care, do you? Because it strokes your ego. Oh, this girl flirted with me. I'm going to put it on. With their right-wing red pill nonsense. I'm sorry, guys. I saw both these stories. They're both horrible. And to top it all off, politically, they're going to push everybody in that direction, right? They push the left wingers in the direction too, right? The recent school thing that happened with right? Oh, it was a trans shooter. Oh my gosh, we have to make laws against the trans people. They're coming against us. Oh, that's what they want you to do. That's how they want you to react. Sometimes they'll take a story and use both sides. It'll be like a Trump supporting trans person. And you're like, I didn't even know that existed. And it's like, it doesn't. It literally doesn't. There's nobody. It's never happened before until this violent event where it's peak time for them to manipulate your mind and push you in the direction to follow their heroes or follow their policies they're going to push, which ultimately will take away your rights. Whether you're left or right, they're taking away your rights. That's the whole point of this thing, right? If you're right wing, they're going to manipulate you to take away the rights of the transsexuals and the gay people and the immigrants, right? And the black people now and the women. And if you're left wing, they're going to manipulate you to take away the rights of the right wingers, take away the rights of the people who want bodily autonomy with medical procedures. Do you not get it at this point, right? Like, why are people getting fooled by this still? I don't understand. They're using both sides to take over the world. And then from a Christian perspective, especially if you know we're in the end times, why are we getting caught up in this left-right paradigm? Both sides are working for the Antichrist. Do you really think the right wing is not part of the problem? They're not part of the Antichrist system. You don't think Satan is smart enough to create another party that would trick the Christians to also support his program? It's baffling. At the same time, Satan is intelligent, the demons are unintelligent, and they're more intelligent than us. I've been studying this stuff for a long time. I don't know. I don't know why I see it and some people don't. Now, a lot of people do. And a lot of people you watching these videos on my channel, I believe you guys see this stuff and you understand this stuff. And you're not being pulled by the left-right paradigm. Now, everybody has their views. They may lean more left, more right. That's fine. Everybody can do what they want. And you're free to vote how you want if you like to vote. But we got to stop. And then we're pitting it against each other. And that's what they're doing. That's why they do that. Divide and conquer. Pit them against each other because they won't realize that if they unite together, that we have the same common problem. Right? Now, I'm not calling for anything. I'm a Christian. I believe we're in the end times. I don't think we can right this situation. I believe the Antichrist is going to come in with the left and the right, and everybody's going to be one. So the left and right are going to unite together with the Antichrist mark of the beast system. So Jesus only can right this thing. But this is what they do. And these street preachers, it's like, is that really what we're supposed to be doing? Oh, John the Baptist did that. Did he really? He was preaching to Jews who had the law, who were supposed to be obedient. That's a different kind of scenario. Also, we're supposed to be like Jesus, not like John the Baptist. Right? Like, John the Baptist is not our model. So, what did Jesus do? Did he stand in the square and yell at people with a big sign that said homosexuals and drunkards and, well, depending on how much you drink, you might not add the drunkard part, right? But, well, we'll leave that out, conveniently. Grace for me, but not for thee. I'm sick of it, guys. I mean, I've been around Christians my whole life. Good experiences, bad experiences. Some Christians are very loving. Some Christian right-wingers who have very right-wing views are still loving to people. That's awesome. I wish more of that could happen. No matter what your views are, no matter left, right, center, progressive, conservative, neo, you know what I'm saying, or anarchist. If we could just all treat people the way they should be treated, love everybody, just like Jesus said. That's the whole thing. The political thing is taking people off of what Jesus wanted us to do. Lord said, don't go left or right, stay in the straight path. You can believe whatever you want, but treat people with love and respect. If you think it's loving and respectful to do this for them versus that, okay, fine. But if the government decides to pass laws, let's say giving programs to the poor and allowing a path for people to come into the country legally and give them Medicaid, well, I don't think the government should be doing that. I think that they need to be taught skills so that they can live here and come here legally. Okay, do that, right? Do that politically, fine. But people have different ideas about how to help people. What would Jesus do? What would Jesus do? This is our thing, right? We're supposed to be representatives of Christ on this earth. So the main thing is loving. Love you guys. Keep coming back. Jesus loves you. Peace.